Threat of death, and authorities are being blamed for failing to protect them. Bloggers and activists in Bangladesh have been the target of a recent spate of brutal and horrific murders. An Al-Qaeda affiliate actually claimed responsibility for the bloody killings of 2 men in the country on Monday. The victims hacked to death in an apartment in Dhaka. One of them was the editor of the country's first LGBT magazine. He also worked for the US government agency USAID. Dr. Imran Sarker is a Bangladeshi blogger and secular activist. He has received death threats himself. He joins me now live via Skype from Dhaka. And Doctor, thanks for doing so. You know, we've seen reports of an actual hit list of people. In fact, there's been more than one in recent years in Bangladesh. Just describe for us how serious the issue of Islamist extremism is in Bangladesh today.
We're passing very difficult time right now. You know, one by one, when the secular activist, blogger, publisher, and the academician been killed, we saw our government is doing nothing without just giving some speeches or briefing. You know, in some cases we saw government somehow justified the killings. When we saw the killer group, especially, you know, here in Bangladesh, the killer group have two faces, one in public funds and another is underground funds. So when we saw government is supporting the public fund and saying these are their friends, and the killers group, that is underground groups, is killing simultaneously, and government is doing nothing. And even, you know, in the last cases when Xulhaz Mannan have been killed, we saw our minister, that is Home Minister, saying this activism like LGBT, supporting LGBT or gay activism, gay rights, that is not supported in the society. I mean, they somehow justified the killers.
Yeah. Exactly, and a lot of people have said there's been a tepid response from the government, and you know, as you point out, warnings, in fact, from the government to the secular community not to antagonize anyone, from the Home Minister, the Prime Minister even. And so you believe that that gives a form of implied impunity, if you like, to those who act in the name of Islam this way?
Actually, absolutely true. They are giving that impunity, and you know, the deep-rooted culture of impunity is harassing us, and this is very harmful for this society. Right now, when we saw the people are going for protest against injustice or this type of killing, when we are fighting in the street, we saw our government is also even arresting people, those are critics of government or demanding justice for the killings. So that's how the killers got that sense of security, that they are doing operation one or two in a day or in a week. They are doing more operation. We see the frequency of the operation have rises, and they are frequently, ferociously doing these killings.
Many bloggers, liberals, secularists have fled the country. They're in places like Germany and elsewhere. Why aren't you with them? Aren't you afraid for your own safety?
Actually, I'm very afraid for the countries right now, the security, especially, you know, my security or individual security is not right now important. We are just concerned about our national security. When we saw we, the people of Bangladesh, fought for our liberation and democracy, and we are seeing we are going to succeed a failed state. We have no way without fighting these evil groups, especially the violent militant group. So that's why we are not leaving the country, and I think we should have to be united to fight these evil groups. No other alternative like that.
Very briefly, I just wanted to ask you this. I mean, do you think the government is not endorsing Islamic extremism, but they're extremism because there could be repercussions politically for them?
Yes, absolutely. As because I can ask the interest of the government, as because they are not cordial to arrest the killers. When you see they are passing time and covering up one story by another, and we see the killers even flew away. And today, even the law enforcement saying the killers of Abhijit Roy already left the country. Then actually we have the question about whether the government is politically interested to bring these killers in justice or not. I have the question, and I am very worried. Actually, government is not cordial. So government have to at first a political decision, they will bring these killers in justice.
And we'll have to leave it there. Imran, Sarker, thanks so much. Very brave man in the face of all of this. Appreciate your time. Tom Malinowski leads US government